What would you do if the one person you trusted most turned their back on you for someone who didn't deserve it? Lily Thompson stood shivering outside a gas station, her breath fogging in the cold night air. As she clutched her phone, the screen cracked from a fall she couldn't afford to fix. She was 22, broke, and desperate for just a few bucks to buy a bus ticket home. Her mother, Ellen, had always been her anchor, strict but loving, the kind of woman who'd lecture you about responsibility while slipping a 20 into your pocket. So, when Lily called her, voice trembling, and asked for spare change to get through the week, she expected a lifeline. Instead, she got a curt, "You need to figure it out, Lily. I can't keep bailing you out." The line went dead, and so did a piece of Lily's heart. The rejection stung worse than the December wind cutting through her thin jacket. Lily wasn't asking for much, just enough to get back to her tiny apartment, where she could regroup and keep pushing through her dead-end job at the diner. She'd been scraping by since moving to the city, chasing a dream of becoming a graphic designer that felt further away every day. Her mother's words echoed in her mind, sharp and final. Figure it out. She'd heard that phrase before, but never with such coldness. Ellen had always been there, hadn't she? Through every scraped knee, every failed exam, every late-night tearful call. What had changed? Lily didn't know then that her mother was hiding a secret, one that would unravel everything she thought she knew about love, loyalty, and sacrifice. 2 days later, scrolling through her phone to distract herself from hunger, Lily stumbled across a local news article. Her stomach dropped as she read the headline. Local woman pays $100,000 bail for boyfriend in fraud case. The woman was Ellen Thompson. The boyfriend was Rick, a charming drifter with a rap sheet longer than Lily's list of unpaid bills. Rick, who'd shown up in their lives a year ago, all slick smiles and empty promises. Rick, who'd convinced Ellen to invest in his business ventures that never materialized. Rick, who'd been arrested for embezzling thousands from a local charity, and now Ellen had drained her savings $100,000 to set him free. Lily's hands shook as she read the details. Her mother, who'd refused her a handful of change, had emptied her life savings for a man who'd lied to everyone. The same mother who'd taught her to stand up for herself, to never trust smooth talkers, had fallen for the oldest trick in the book. Lily wanted to scream, to cry, to demand answers. But more than anything, she wanted to understand why. She took the long way home, walking instead of begging for bus fare, her mind racing. Memories flooded back: Ellen working double shifts at the hospital to pay for Lily's art classes, Ellen staying up late to help with college applications, Ellen promising they'd always have each other. But then Rick appeared, and Ellen changed. She started canceling plans with Lily, brushing off her calls, distracted by a man who seemed to care more about her bank account than her heart. Lily had tried to warn her, but Ellen wouldn't listen. "He's different," she'd said, her eyes bright with a hope Lily didn't recognize. When Lily finally confronted her mother, it was in their old kitchen, the one place that still felt like home. Ellen looked older, her face lined with worry, her hands twisting a dish towel. "Why, Mom?" Lily asked, her voice breaking. "Why him and not me?" Ellen's eyes filled with tears, but she didn't answer right away. The silence was heavier than the betrayal. Finally, she spoke, her voice barely above a whisper. "I thought I could save him, Lily. I thought if I could fix him, I wouldn't feel so alone." Those words hit Lily like a punch. Her mother, the strongest woman she knew, had been chasing something she couldn't name: a sense of purpose, a cure for loneliness. Rick had preyed on that, and Ellen had paid the price. But so had Lily. The realization didn't erase the hurt, but it cracked open a door to understanding. Ellen wasn't perfect. She was human, flawed, and desperate for connection, just like Lily was. In the weeks that followed, Lily didn't forgive her mother, not fully. But she started calling again, short conversations that felt like stepping stones back to each other. Ellen cut ties with Rick, who predictably vanished when the money ran dry. Lily kept working at the diner, saving every tip for art school, determined to build her own future. She learned something her mother hadn't. Love doesn't mean sacrificing everything. Sometimes, it means saying no, even to the people you care about most. The story wasn't over, but Lily felt a shift inside her. She wasn't just Ellen's daughter anymore. She was a woman carving her own path, one painful step at a time. And maybe, just maybe, she and her mother could find their way back to each other, not as savior and saved, but as equals, both learning what it means to love without losing themselves.